Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good evening. How's it going, guys? Hello. What's up, Pickled Lennon? Baby Tortuga. Zeph-chan, Aqua, hello. Damien. Marble Sky. Literally stayed up until 3 a.m. playing Pokerogue alongside your VOD. Planned to make a video about it. Woke up to my timeline being filled with the transphobic dev developed depression. Yeah, so... Yeah, the developer of Pokerogue was like... I don't have enough this game is taking up too much of my life that should be devoted to Jesus. So I'm not going to work on this game anymore. Deadass. Like, 1 Corinthians was at the end of their, like, goodbye statement. Anyway. And then there's just, like, a bunch of other stuff. Like, apparently, male Curlias are forced to evolve into Gallade. I don't know. Oh, to throw away an extremely successful fan game for God. I know. Like, religion is a poison. It really is. All of the problems in our world, truly, like, they can be stemmed back from religion. Like, all of it. Like, when you really think about it... Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, I don't want to get too into it, because I haven't read everything. Because I kind of just, like... I'm not gonna waste my mental energy on that. But yeah, there's some not great chat logs that came out from their server. People were posting like trans rights and then getting banned. Annoying. So I still like Pokerogue. I still would like to play it because it's not like they're making money, you know? It's not like I'm financially supporting a product. But we'll see if maybe some people split from the team. I've known people when I was in church that threw away great jobs because they weren't being devout enough. Didn't the dude step down? Oh, really? Because I know that... So there was, like, the main guy that was like, I need to seek Jesus. I bet he tides. I was just about to say that, Anne. Also, hello. Yeah, like, so, for those who don't know, a lot of religious people, specifically, like, Christians and Catholics, and, well, I don't know, I'm surprised, I was very surprised to hear that Dallas's Catholic parents, feel this way, but, because I always just, I don't know, I grew up around a lot of Catholic people, and nobody thought this, but they probably got influenced by Christians in the South, because it just feels like more of a Southern thing. But a lot of these religions in Catholicism, like Baptists, or in Christianity, Baptist, evangelicals, stuff like that, they have this mindset where you are supposed to give 10% of your money back to the church. Whether or not you can like afford to do that, you still have to, because God needs it or something. It's so fucking insane. It's so fucking insane. Like, I was wondering if I was like, if this even came up on stream today, if I wanted to talk about it, because like I don't really want to like be, not that I don't want to be disrespectful, I mostly don't want like super religious people to like try to have like whataboutisms with like, well, how come you could be disrespectful to my religion, but God forbid I misgender your pronouns, like, you know, so like, just shut the fuck up. Like, so I was like, but I just think religion is so crazy. Like, it's just so fucking crazy and weird. And it's like, and I went to Catholic school for all of my life. I think it's fine because you experience Catholicism firsthand. I think so too. And I also think it'd be fine if I didn't. Like, even if you have never been religious, I think it's also fine if you are pissed. Or just, like, think religion is crazy. Give me 10% of your money. I promise I'll pay you back. God, needing you to spot him a couple bucks. But yeah, like, I literally was going to Catholic school from age 3 to 18. My Catholic high school, like, we had to write essays about, like, morality shit, like abortion and gay marriage and stuff like that, sex out of wedlock, like, it's just ridiculous. So like I've been in it. Half my teachers in high school were priests throughout like all of high school, like my homeroom teacher, my trigonometry teacher, my art teacher. Like, I've been into it. Like, I get it. But it's still just fucking crazy to me. Like, I just, like... Because even when I was younger, like, there were definitely religious people in my neighborhood, but, like, it kind of just stopped at, like, say your Hail Marys and go to church on Sundays. Like, I feel like specifically Catholics are not necessarily, like, prophets of the world. You know? Like, Catholics are not really big on, like, going out and converting people nowadays. Not the same thing during, like, back in the day when they were, like, colonizers. But I'm talking about, like, more modern day. Like, I don't really know if, like, we were ever taught to, like, tell your friends who are not Catholic to come to the church. Like, it was very, like, a personal thing. A lot of, like, suffering in silence. You know? Like, so that was, like, it just... And, like, it was interesting. Even when I was in high school, my very Catholic high school, we had, like, my senior year religion class was Religions of the World. And we would spend an entire, like, week or so of class, like, learning about different religions. And, like, why it's okay if people believe other things. Because at the end of the day, like, as long as they're, like, doing good onto others, like, that's all that matters. Which I thought was very interesting, and that may just be because I went to Catholic school in New York, and people are a little bit more open-minded. Like, my Catholic school teachers were like, I voted for Obama. Like, stuff like that. Like, they weren't like, I have to vote for the... Although my high school, when there was, like, there was some ruling going on for, like, abortion or something. I don't remember what it was, but there was something that they made us, like Congress was, like, voting on some case. Or so, I don't remember what it was. But I think it had something to do with abortion. Maybe gay marriage. I don't remember. This was probably, like, I was a sophomore, so 2013. And they went on the loudspeaker, the PA system for the entire school, and they were like, we all need to pray for, like, the outcome we want, which I thought was crazy. Very crazy. Anyway. Hello, Dan Evil Robot. Thank you very much for subscribing, by the way. I was going to go through my alerts after I finished my tangent and said hello to everybody, but before I forget, thank you. Welcome to the stream. Hello. But yeah, hello, Dinah, Stegsy. Hello, Pokoj. I think that's the Bronx, but not Staten Island or Long Island. Yeah. Staten Island and Long Island are very red. Are you still Catholic? Absolutely not. Like, I don't even think I believe in God. I go in and out. I don't know if I believe... I definitely think that there's, like, more to life that we can understand. But I obviously don't have all the answers. So I'm not going to sit here and tell people what they should think, you know? Because there are things that have happened in my life that I'm like, that feels like a sign from, like, my mom who passed on. Like, there's just, like, some really weird coincidences in my life like that I'm like, the energy's got to be out there somewhere. But at the same time, I'm also like, I don't really think I believe anything. You know? Like, I don't really... I don't have the time to think about it, if that makes sense. Like, I just don't think I care, you know? Like, I don't know, my mom was sick for a while and I prayed constantly for God to not, like, have her die, and then she did die. And then everyone was like, it's for a reason. I'm like, really? Like, her dying was the catalyst for the next, like, 7 years of my life of just, like, abuse from my dad's new wife. Like, no. Like, if there is a God, like, that's pretty fucked up that he put an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old through all that. Like, it's just so... It just pissed me off so much, like, going to the wake and everybody being like, she's always with you. Like, she isn't, though. Like, she's dead. And I'm alone. Like, it's just so fucking annoying. Like, I hate the idea, like, our suffering is to teach us a lesson. Like, that is true, but, like, the thought that, like, God is making me suffer to teach me something is so fucking annoying. Like, I hate that. Like, we do learn a lot about ourselves and the world through our own suffering. That is just a fact of life. That is not a thing, that is not, like, a religious thing. That's not something to be, like, grateful about. Like, it's annoying. Like, why can't we just have everything from the jump, you know? Like, I don't really need to go through shit. Thank you. This could have been an email. Like, you know. But it's very... I just think religion is fucking weird. It's just fucking weird. And, like, Rolling Star, thank you very much for the 10 months. Went through the exact thing when my mother died of cancer. I genuinely can't remember being angrier. It's just, like, such a feeling of, like, betrayal by something you were taught was, like, the source of love in life. Like, that's really how they, like, teach religion. I'm 27 and I'm still living in my parents in Overland Park. I have an art history degree from a night school. My cat just died. I've lost 25% control of my sphincter muscles. I get a clicking sound in my jaw when I eat. I drive a 91 Dodge Neon. I have ovarian cysts. Sometimes I pee the bed still. I have alopecia. The only man who wants to fuck me is my 48-year-old manager of Pizza Street. P.S. He only has one ball. So I guess better than you. And yet no driver's license in sight. Thoughts? Well, if I had one, I wouldn't show it on stream. There's too much personal information on there, like my age and date of birth, that it can't be found anywhere. Meryl Streep, thank you very much for the tier 2 sub for 45 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I remember, like, I think my mom passing away was definitely, like, my sense of, like, my self-awareness, like, really, like, I always felt like I was a pretty self-aware kid, like, because I just had so much anxiety and, like, undiagnosed neurodivergencies, and so I was just, like, constantly, like, overthinking everything, so I was very aware of myself and people around me. But I think that like, really made it click to me, like, oh, all this shit is a fucking scam. Even at, like, 11. Which is why, like, it makes me so, like, annoyed when people act like kids are not smart. Like, were you, like, Maybe you were just a dumb kid. If you think kids are not smart, maybe you were a stupid child. Because I was very bright. Like I wasn't gifted. Like I wasn't like super genius. But like I fucking knew how the world worked a little bit. Like I was aware of things, like and so were so many of my friends. Like maybe that's a you thing, baby. You know? You grow up real fast when an immediate family member dies when you're young. Yeah. It's so weird. Like I find some humor in it though with my sister. Like like us both looking at each other and being like, it's time, and dragging, like, deleting my mom's me from the Wii. like, like, there's so much like dark humor to that of just being like me looking up seance tutorial in 2008 on YouTube and like lighting a 2% of it left Yankee Candle. And like with a picture of her getting ready to start and then chickening out. That's the funniest part to me. I didn't even go through with it. I was afraid. I was afraid of demons coming through. Like, and it was like that blue background Arial font text Windows Movie Maker. Like, now light the candle. Like, and it probably had that fucking like that royalty free sound font or whatever that like every copywritten song on YouTube got replaced with in like a one foul swoop. Like it there's just so much humor in that. Like everyone going upstairs to my mom's room while she's like laying there dead, like, or dying to like say their last goodbyes, and me and my sister are in the living room watching The Replacements as if like anything is gonna be okay. Like, it's just so bizarre. It's just so like there's just a lot of like humor in the dichotomy of the sadness and then also like the childhood innocence. Like I remember, so my mom, I guess she always had the habit of like, she never hid our Christmas presents around the house because she didn't want us to find them. And so I guess like one of my uncles would hold on to the gifts for her. And she was like queen of eBay. When she was in the hospital, she was doing all her shopping on eBay. Like she loved shopping for Christmas for us as when we were kids. So I remember like that was the first Christmas that I like no longer believed in Santa Claus, I think. Sorry if you're like watching this with your kids. You shouldn't be, but sorry if they're in the room. But yeah, so it was like the first Christmas that I like no longer believed in Santa Claus. And so I like knew that there would be presents around, so like my mom is upstairs dying, but it was December 19th or December 18th or something. Like Christmas was a few days away, and my uncle with all the presents, like I knew that he came to see her while also dropping off all the presents. So like everyone's, saying goodbye to my mom upstairs, and like I did, but like I only got to talk to her for like a few minutes before like all the adults were like, let's go downstairs, kids, and I would like go up and check on her to like make sure she was still breathing. Like it's so fucking morbid, dude. And I'm sorry if this is like triggering to anybody who has also gone through this, because I think that I'm not able to be triggered, and then I watch like Breaking Bad, and like Walter going through chemo is like suddenly my heart's racing and I'm like can't breathe and like I'm fidgeting and I'm like oh, this is really bringing back a lot of just a lot of stuff. It's like I cannot watch Totoro because that was too real. Like the amount of times that like my mom would just be in the hospital for like 2 months. I would just not see her for more than, I would see her like once for like 2 months because she was just in the hospital. And it was like, she did not look good so many of the times when she was going through chemo. Like, so like the times I did get to see her, like it was like on her good days, But yeah, but anyway, so like everyone's upstairs like crying. All my aunts and uncles are like crying, and like all my mom's friends are coming over to say goodbye and everything like that. One of my mom's friends is like desperately trying to get Bruce Springsteen, like calling everybody she knows that could know somebody, because my mom's favorite singer is Bruce Springsteen. And they were like trying so hard to get Bruce Springsteen to give her a call to say goodbye, which I thought was insane. Like, I don't really know what they were trying to accomplish with that, but that was a subplot. That was a storyline of the episode that night. He did not, they never got a hold of him. There was, and she, like, they were like, she has 5 days to live. It ended up being 1. Awful. We'll do that with you for Lady Gaga. Don't worry. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really? Totoro is too hard for you to watch? Have you ever seen Totoro? There's an entire storyline of their mom, like, sick and in the hospital dying. Like, even as a kid, I, like, cried watching it. And then, as an adult, like, I'm like, I can't do this. Like, it's too much. It's too much. Like, it's too real for me. But yeah, so I remember, like, everybody's up in my mom's room, like, mourning and, like, saying goodbye. And I'm in the basement snooping. And then I fucking found my Christmas present. This Funky Kong. This is the last Christmas present my mom ever gave me. And she wasn't even alive to see my reaction to the Funky Monkey. But, like, that just makes me laugh that, like, my mom is, like, dying in the hospital. But you know her ass was on eBay looking up a fucking... Of course her son couldn't ask for something normal. Like a Nerf gun. Or, like, an Xbox. Like, I was like, hi, Mom. Could you get me an action figure that was released in 1993 and has not been in production for 15 years? Could you find that for me? And then she did, bitch. She fucking did. I also have that Cranky Kong back there too with a beard that you can brush. I was a special case, but shout out to her for that. But yeah, just like, it's, I don't know how we got to this. I feel like once a week I talk about my dead mom. Write it off on the bingo card. Jimmy brought up his dead mom again. But like, sorry, it literally has shaped like my entire life. I'm not gonna not talk about it when it's relevant, you know? But yeah, it was, I have a lot of very vivid memories from 2008 and 9. Because that was like, can I make you laugh right now? Go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you want to say. But, yeah, I don't know. It just, I'm working on Laser Donald. Oh, I'm so excited. Mel has been banging out fucking amazing emote after amazing emote. This is gonna be such a good subathon. I hope that you guys really like them. Tomorrow's the subathon. I did not really promote it very well this year. I've just kind of been like a little bit busy and like kind of out of it most days energy wise. Put Laser Donald as the last one. Yeah, it definitely will be. I'm starting at noon my time. That is the only thing I said I was doing, it was on my schedule. But yeah, it's going to be a bit more of a chill subathon this year. But it's my first one with Partner Plus, so I'll be getting a 70-30 split on all new subs and gift subs, which is great. So, yeah, no like big stretch goals this year for like playthroughs or anything. It's all going to be emote based.
I'm 27 and I'm
still living with my parents in Overland Park. I have an art history degree from a night school. My cat just died. I've lost 25% control of my sphincter muscles. I get a clicking sound in my jaw when I eat. I drive a 91 Dodge Neon. I have ovarian cysts. Sometimes I pee the bed still. I have alopecia. The only man who wants to fuck me is my 48-year-old manager at Pizza Street. P.S. He only has one ball.
So I guess
better than you. Better than you. Boys to the Max, thank you so much for the tier 2 subs, 79 months. I've never seen Brave, but I know the entire time I'm looking at Meredith, I'm gonna be like, that's Bridget Tice. That is not a Disney princess. Like, that's Bridget Tice. Good for her acting. Good for her. She finally made it out of Overland Park. Ay. Anyway, it's a little late to say hello to everybody, but hello. Hello. I would literally have to go through like the last half hour of chat. But just know that I appreciate all of you being here today and welcome in. But yeah, the Poke Rogue to Dead Mom pipeline was insane. Like, it's just fucking nuts. Like, religion is just, like, so cults. I think that's what it is. So many people are, like, kind of in denial that, like, all these big religions are just cults. They just have, like, government, like, subsidizing or whatever. Like they don't have to pay taxes because they're recognized as a church. But, like, a lot of the shit that they do and like their rituals, like, it's only normal because they've been around for so long, and so many of the people in power are a part of those cults. Like, that's all it is. That's the only reason why we don't look at it any differently than, like, I don't know, Scientology, or I don't really know any other cults, really, besides Scientology off the top of my head. I mean, I have some, but, like, they're not ones that people would know. They're ones that, like, were talked about on the Mile Higher podcast. Like, there's one that's called, like, Love is Blind. And they had this woman who, like, called herself, like, Mother God or something like that. Not Love is Blind. That's the fucking reality show. Hold on. Mother God. Love Has Won. That's what it's called. Love Has Won. And, like, her fucking followers, like, this woman got so deep into, like, brainwashing people that when she was actually dying of cancer and wanted to go to the hospital, her cult followers were like, no, we can't take you to the hospital. So she basically, like, she brainwashed a bunch of people so deep that it ended up killing her because they wouldn't take her to the hospital. And then they, like, had her mummified body in, like, their house for days or whatever. I could totally see that from Totoro. When Marnie was there, made me cry because my grandmother died the same year when that movie came out. Yeah, I think on surface, a lot of people are like, what is there about Totoro that is so triggering? Because the whole movie's like, fucking, what's her face? Dakota Fanning and her little sister with giant cuddly Totoro. But there's some plot elements that are like, oh. Yeah, I think they did nap it. I think they did put jewels in her eyes and stuff. It's crazy. Like, but how is that really any different than some of these, like, like, Catholicism? Like, you have a whole ceremony about, like, you turn, like, blood into wine. Or wine into blood. Or I don't remember the order. It's been years. But, like, I remember when I was literally, like, 10 or 11. And we would go to... So, my Catholic school was attached to a church. And it was like the neighborhood church. So during weekday mass, they would just be like boomers and retired, whatever comes before boomers, because it was like 20 years ago almost. They got nothing to do but go to church and kneel for hours and just say the rosary in like a mumble voice. So I remember one time we went to church on like a Tuesday or something at like 9 a.m. And it was just a bunch of, like, unemployed boomers just sitting really far apart from each other, but all going, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now at the hour of our death. Amen. Hail Mary, full of God, full of grace. Like, the rosary is, like, you say the Hail Mary, like, 10 times. And, like, they're all just, like, in unison mumbling. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen. Like, I started to laugh, and I might have even gotten in trouble by my teacher for, like, laughing. Because I was like, this is crazy. Like, they literally sound like they're summoning a demon right now. It's fucking nuts. It's so insane. Wild, dude. Fucking wild. It's nuts. So anyway, the moral of the story is, even if you can barely afford to feed your children, give $10 to your church that doesn't have to pay taxes, and your priest has a Rolex watch and a private jet. Because they need it. And it'll come back to you in good tidings. And if you're working on a really successful project that is really fulfilling to you creatively, financially, if it's a job, you need to give it up. You need to quit because you need more time to pray. I think that is the lesson we should take away from the last half hour. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening to me on that. Anyway, Animal Crossing. So, today, we're going to go back to my own island because I'd like to decorate another one of my villagers' houses, I think. Give them a little makeover. We'll see, we'll see. Jimmy, can you end stream soon? We got to get back to praying. That's right, that's right. And they should, you know what? What if one day we all just take out our rosary beads and, like, we just pray? Like, do you think... I'm not gonna fucking, like, look this up on stream, but, like, do you think there are people that come on Twitch that just pray? Because I know that there are people that do that on TikTok Live, but I never thought that, like, Twitch would have that. But I'm sure there's people that are, like, right now streaming on Twitch, like, doing the rosary. That's so crazy. I used to get a lot of, like priests on TikTok back during COVID. And I would go into their chat and I would just ask them annoying questions. And I remember I got brought on to one of them. I've told this story before, but it was when I was, like, trying to straight-faced be like, have you heard of the Chromatica vaccine? Blah, 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 blah. Deaths have occurred. Like, shit like that. And I was so pissed because I got brought on to one of them, and I was screen recording my phone, but it didn't pick up my microphone. It only picked up him, so, like, it was a waste. Like, I literally, like, spent, like, 20 minutes, like, begging the person to, like, duet me so I could go on camera and, like, troll them. It was so annoying. I took the L on that one. And I remember there were people in chat that were, like, like, dying. And I remember messaging a bunch of them, like, you wouldn't have happened to been screen recording, would you? And then none of them answered my message request, so they've probably never seen them. Hi, Buggy. Hi, baby. We were talking about tithing and religion.
I was listening.
Weren't you clocked by your nails? I was. They were like, not the nail polish. Get out. Someone, it wasn't by the person on the live stream, but it was somebody in chat. They were like, bitch, check the nails. They're black and chipped. Like, it's one of them queers.
What are you doing here?
Huh?
What are you doing here?
I'm gonna make a house for this little squirrel.
Alright.
Alright. I like the little houses. They're so cute.
They're boring.
This one's nice with the side on it. I
They're
really like
tiny.
that.
We need them. All these people rich.
We need mansions. Mansions, mansions, mansions. Nothing but mansions. Let's see. I'm a big fan of these doors. These, like, dungeon-looking doors. They're very pretty. I think, not to be rude, but I also think it is very bizarre when I meet religious queer people. But that's its own can of worms. Like, I think the minute that I realized, like, oh, there are beliefs that are inherently, like, exclusionary towards people. Not even, like, at this point, like, I really wasn't aware that I was gay myself, but it was just more just, like, by principle. I was just like, oh, this is crazy shit, actually. But I also understand that, like, I also came from a very, like, very passive relationship with religion. Like, my dad and mom, like, took us to church sometimes, but it was really only for, like, Christmas, Easter, was when we would go. And there were some times where we would, like, go to family mass on, like, a Sunday as a family. And then they would give, like, bagels and stuff afterwards, which was kind of nice. And I would see some friends from school. But, like, after a certain point, like, if I didn't want to go to church, like, I didn't have to go. Like, I just remember, like, telling my dad, like, I don't want to go. I want to sleep in. And he was like, okay. And he would just go by himself. So, I guess if, like, it's very different for me where, like, my friendships were from, like, doing sports in the neighborhood and, like, kids I was in class with. They were not, like, so, like, dependent on, like, everyone I know is I met through the church. Everything I do is run by the church. Like, I do think that if my upbringing was a little bit more, like, reliant on the church, I think it would be a lot harder for me to, like, just cut it off completely. But there's a lot about, like, religious stuff that I do kind of fucking live for. Like, Gothic, Catholic, like, decor and stuff is so... It's cool as fuck. Like, there's something really fucking cool about, like, going to church in the winter in, like, New York around Christmas time. Like, I do think that even if you're not religious, if you go to New York City, I highly recommend you take a visit to St. Patrick's Cathedral. Because it's fucking beautiful. It's a really genuinely beautiful place. And I enjoy walking around it if I am in New York during Christmas time and the people I'm with are interested in, you know, doing all that, you know? Like, I kind of live a little bit. But at that point, it's, like, such a detachment for me. Like, I don't even view it as, like, I'm doing something religious. Like, I'm doing it, to me, it's like, it's Christmas. Like, these are just Christmas decorations, you know? Like, I don't really think of it that much. Islamic architecture and queer Muslims on TikTok made me start reading the Quran. I didn't get super far, but I still return every couple months to try to learn more as a cultural thing. That's great, I think, if that's something that seems interesting for you. I've always kind of wanted to read the Bible out of pure curiosity, because I honestly, like, we didn't even do that much, like, Bible study in Catholic school. Like, like, I really could not even recite a single Bible passage or, like, a verse from memory. Because we were never really taught to memorize those. Like, we got taught to memorize prayers and, like, beliefs of the faith, but not the actual scripture. So I've always been just like genuinely curious to like read what the actual text is saying. So that way I have like better, almost like ammunition for when I am debating a Bible thumping Christian. But even then, like, another thing too was like when I was in Catholic school, like, they fully taught us evolution. And like my teacher in 10th grade religion was like, Jesus was probably black or at the very least like dark complexion skin tone. Like, he was not white. And because like it just doesn't make literal any sense to be pasty and white and European. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And she was like, and the creation story is not meant to be taken literally. Like, people back then couldn't comprehend billions of years. Like, there wasn't really like science. So like they're trying to explain like thousands of years of evolution to common people who probably can't even fucking read. So they're teaching it through as if it happened over several days. Like, that's what the meaning of the creation story is. It's not meant to be taken literally. God made the earth in 7 days. Like, that's insane. That's just crazy. So I always thought that was like kind of interesting that I was taught things like that, even in Catholic school. Yeah, I can't speak obviously for like the Quran or is it the Torah? Like, I think the Torah is literally just the Old Testament, right? It's like it's the like the way we taught it, which was honestly kind of forward thinking, was there's no reason to be anti-Semitic or like Islamophobic because like as Catholics, because like the God in the Torah is the God in the Catholic Bible. And then I think like Islam is just like what Christianity is to Judaism, Islam is that to Christianity. Like, it is like an extension, you know? Like, it adds on more. That's always like the way they always taught it to us, was like it goes from like 1 to 2 to 3 and like, you know, so it's like at the end of the day, like, it's all the same God that they're worshiping. They just have like different aspects to their belief. So they always like, they were like, if you it just doesn't make sense to like tell them like you're going to hell because you are fucking Jewish or something like that, because it's like, well, the same guy's gonna be up there at the end of all this for all of us, which I thought was relatively forward thinking, even if it is still like, well, I hate all religion equally. Like, I just think like, and I'm trying not to be insensitive because I do know that like for a lot of people, like, their religion is not so much the beliefs but more like the culture around it. And like, I'm not really talking about that. I'm talking about like the doctrines of it all and like the principles and the beliefs. I just think are all like just nonsense. Like, it's all divisive bullshit. But at the same time, this is also America, and one of our like core beliefs as a country allegedly is like freedom of religion. So people should feel the the safety to practice their faith however they want, you know? Not feel pressured one way or another or feel victimized or alienated for their beliefs, which I think is very important. I'm gonna use this little vine as like almost like a fence, which I've never really done before, but it's kind of like the tire, the like half tire item. I maybe have not crafted it, so it might not be in here. but it reminds me of that. I bought one of these from my Nook shopping. Okay. I think I'm gonna get rid of this bush and put something else there. Like a plant or something cute. Thoughts on it being turtle breeding season. Save the turtles. Love the turtles. I like the blue. Carrot. Carrot shirt. I also think if you really like look at like why certain religions are like more popular or what, you do know that like it's because of war and like imperialism and stuff. And I feel like most people know that. Like, I was kind of gagged that even in Catholic school, we were taught about like the Crusades and shit. But it was also kind of confusing because it wasn't necessarily, I don't remember if it was necessarily taught to us as like a negative spot on Catholic history or what. But like I did learn about it. But I think it was like a really weird trying to be like, sometimes war is justified. And I'm like, my Catholic elementary school in the Bronx was kind of based. Because it was mostly just like moms in the neighborhood that would like get teaching jobs. Like a lot of my friends, like mom, like not, I would say like, they were just like normal people. They weren't like, they didn't get teaching jobs or they like at a Catholic school because they were like, they loved the Catholic part. Like they just were like normal women, you know, who just happened to work at a Catholic school, a lot of them. But my Catholic high school was in like Westchester. So it was a lot more like conservative at that point. Like they did a mock election of the students and Romney won over Obama in the mock election because it was like a bunch of like conservative, it was an all boys school, it was a bunch of like conservative, like preppy fucking wealthy kids. And then I was also there. Because that was just like the neighborhood. Like I went to school with kids whose like dads like owned the New York Giants or like were Yankee players. There was this one kid who was the son of a Yankee player, and every fucking class he would come to math class because he sat next to me in algebra, and he would like ask me for a pen or a pencil. And I'm like, your dad makes 8 figures. Ask him to take you to fucking Staples, bro. Stop asking, because he would never give them back. I was like, stop asking me for a fucking pen. Like, I know who your dad is. I think that guy ended up becoming religious, which is crazy to me. Crazy to me. Because, like, he was barely ever at school. Like, he was always, like, in Miami because his dad was, like, doing spring training. So, like, it just didn't seem like he cared about anything, let alone being religious, you know, but. But yeah, shoutouts to the turtles. Thoughts on Doja Cat saying waterbending and Chain of Hades are cringe. Well, I don't deny that they are broken. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that, like, they're not very strong items. You know? I would not say that they are, like... I kind of feel like... I have seen clips of Doja playing, And, like, it's all about spacing to me. Like, I don't know. If she was complaining about the turrets that are literally, like, you drop it and you win. Like, you just place it and you win. Like, that's fine. But, like, I don't think I've ever died to a Chain of Hades. I've gotten kills with it, but I've never died to it. And, like, yeah, I've died to waterbending, but, like, it's from somebody who's good with it. I don't know. I don't think, like, those are the items to be, like, ranting about online. And obviously it's, like, in a playful way. You know? Like, I don't think, like, it's a fucking Fortnite. Like, I bitch about Fortnite, too. I have not seen her fighting that, like, an AI player, though. Was she bad? Was she not? She was bad? See, okay. I didn't want to say it, but I have seen clips on TikTok of Doja playing Fortnite, and, it's not like she was, like, next level. I'm not next level, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it as, like, I'm better than her. But, like, I don't know. I'm just, like... Maybe it's just, like, you're not that good at this season of Fortnite. Like, that's okay. Like, I wasn't good at dealing... I was so fucking bad during the My Hero event. Like, so bad. Like, I was constantly dying to that fucking Deku thing. Like, I'm not that good either. I'm good at getting headshots. I'm actually... Well, I'm being a little modest. I do think I'm pretty good at Fortnite. But... whatever. It also kind of sent me into orbit when you said Fortnite is accessible. It's just a more casual game. Like, it is, though. Like, it is. Fortnite is a very casual-friendly shooter. The key to not getting killed by the Chain of Hades is not, like, being right on top of your opponent. Like, it's about spacing and stuff. I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be here and be like... I don't want it to sound like I'm, like, making fun of Doja Cat because of fucking Fortnite or anything like that, you know? But... I just don't think that, like, those items are necessarily the ones to be complaining about. Like, there have been way worse items in Fortnite. Like, the fucking turrets from previous seasons are, like, genuinely horrible. Honestly, I've never been killed by the Chain of Hades. I'm not boasting. I think it's just a coincidence. Yeah, like, I really, like, I definitely think I've been killed. Like, the things I see most are the Frenzy Auto Shotgun, especially if people had, like, Oscars from last season. Waterbending. And, like, probably the Sniper. But I think that waterbending is fun enough. I think the fact that I think what keeps me from not feeling like waterbending is like this broken, like annoying to fight thing is because like you can't like you're only really as good as your aim with waterbending. Like, yes, it has a crazy reach, but like and like yes, it's very powerful, but like you could still miss all your shots. And then you just die, you know? But yeah, I don't really, like, if I've been killed by the Chain of Hades, it's probably, like, in the very beginning of, like, a match when I haven't gotten shield yet, and someone just happened to find a weapon before me, you know? But waterbending is also so fun to use. So I feel like even if I die to it, like, I've gotten plenty of use out of it as well. And, like, you know, like, I don't mind it, really. Because I've been, like, I've probably been enjoying waterbending just as much as the person who killed me the entire game. Yeah, plus I just love Avatar. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, if she was complaining about the turrets, like, preach. Preach, mama. But, like, I don't think complaining about, like, the Chain of Hades, which I think has been nerfed, too, at least once, right? I don't know. I just don't think that it's that bad. I love that you could put these outside. I've been, like, trying to remember that I can do that and, like, build something with these. Or maybe not those, but, like, these ones. Like, build, like, a restaurant, and this is, like, the takeout counter or something. She was talking about how people have no FPS experience. Why don't you just play an actual competitive FPS? I'm confused by that. Like, she's annoyed that people, like, can win without using guns in a shooter. Because that, I feel like, has been Fortnite's gig for so long. Is, like, they do these fun events. It's like a cartoon shooter. Like, yes, it has, like, real guns, but it also has magic bananas. Magic bananas? Organic bananas. I really do think that if you are good enough at Fortnite, you can win with whatever guns you have. Like, to an extent. Like, I really do. There are some guns that are just, like, hot fucking dog shit. But, I don't know. Like, I've been killed by weird fucking stuff in Fortnite. Like, the Huntress. Like, that shit has got me before. And I usually don't think that that gun is very good. But that's just me. But yeah, I honestly don't think, like, at this season, I think this is the first time since I started playing Fortnite, like, a year ago, just about, like, 10 months ago. I think this is the first time there's not been a single item in rotation that I'm like, this is fucking annoying. Like, this needs to be nerfed. This needs to be taken out. Nerf! Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Mel, the bananas, I don't know if you've played at all, but the bananas, they're so cool. Like, you eat them, it takes like 2 seconds to eat it, and then you get like a boost in like jump height, maybe even speed, and it like heals you passively, and like it heals you. It doesn't like stop once you hit 100. Like, it will keep going for like a set amount of time. So like you could like get to 100 and then you get shot, but the effects of banana are still going, so it'll heal you back up to 100. It's very nice for making an escape. I always carry around a stack of them. I usually use the bananas, and then once I'm at 100, I throw Chug Splash to get my shield back. That's my strat in Fortnite, and it's been doing very well for me. Let's do the tiny library as like her mailbox. Honestly, I'll just put it right there, even as like not a mailbox. It'll just be there. Okay, she wants stuff for her plushies. So let's start putting the plushies around. This one is so cute. Oh my god, we had a friend over last night. We had Ricky Dillon over last night, and he brought his dog Oliver, and Ruby played with a dog in our apartment for the first time ever, and she was so good. I'm so proud of her. She had so much fun. She was a little confused for most of the time. Like, I definitely think she was, like, a little nervous and, like, kind of stressed, but also, like, kind of happy, too. He was a corgi, so he was really little, and he was just happy to be there. He's so cute. I have the pet bowl. I might not have that. I'm surprised they didn't give it to me with this. Oh, here it is. Pet food bowl. Do the red one. Yellow? Yeah. We'll do yellow and blue. Cute. Ruby does have some corgi in her, yeah. Not enough to, like... I think she mostly... So, Ruby's breakdown... One of Ruby's siblings that got adopted, they did, like, a doggy DNA. And that dog had Lab, Golden Retriever, Corgi, and Beagle. And I think all of them have varying degrees of all of those. But I think Ruby mostly got Lab and Beagle. Based on, like, her size, her long legs, her head, her coloration. But a lot of her siblings have, like, stubby corgi legs and, like, long golden retriever type hair. Very interesting. I love mixed breeds for dogs so much. But yeah, Ruby does have corgi in her, but she doesn't, like, she has a long tail. She literally doesn't look like it at all. But her mom had stubby little legs. Yeah, she doesn't have any boxer in her family at all. Which is crazy, because when she was a puppy... she really looked like it, and I thought she was gonna be a boxer, which I'm kind of relieved. Not that I don't think boxers are cute, but I just love beagles, and like they're my favorite breed of dogs, so I'm just so happy to like end up with another beagle by complete chance, you know. But she's definitely bigger than my last dog. She's a bigger beagle, but she's just so cute. I don't know where she is. She's probably laying in bed right now. Pet bed. Where's the wash bucket? I want that. Here it is. Oh, cute. I didn't realize you could change the fabric on there. Ruby's never really liked her pet beds that we've gotten her. She always like destroys it or just sleeps on the couch. She sleeps in our bed every night. Boxers also just have so many health issues. Yeah, a lot of those dogs that have like scrunched up faces, they tend to have a lot of like breathing problems. And like even like corgis and like dachshunds and stuff like that, they, because their like legs are so small but their backs are so long, they have a lot of like spine and like vertebrae problems. So I'm very lucky with Ruby's genetic makeup. She should be pretty good. There's some surgeries that you can get for like French bulldogs or like something. Like a lot of those like scrunched up nose dogs that like they like widen their nasal like passages by like surgically removing like a fold in their nose, and it like completely changes their quality of life. So if you have one of those dogs, I highly recommend looking into it, because they go from like to like it's like a very noticeable change almost immediately. Mama bear. Let's see. You want to know what else I want? I want to make a little garden. We watched the first episodes of Drag Race. Loving it so far. I did feel that Plastique was robbed for the girl group. And the lip sync, but that's okay. It's a fucking TV show. This is cute. All right, let's go inside. Damn, it's out already. Yeah, we watched it last night. We watched the first episode. We didn't even know there were 2. They put out 2 episodes, which is pretty cool. I love when they do that. I do feel, and like, gay people are so awful. I'm so awful. But like, I kind of don't love that they're playing for charity. Like, only for charity. Like, I kind of wish it was like, you'll win $200,000 and we will match anything you win on the show with a donation to a charity. Like, I know that the girls got paid, like, appearance fees for being there and they got, like, budgets for wardrobe. But it does take a little bit of the stakes and the cutthroatness out of the competition to me. It kind of breaks the fourth wall, even though we already know most of them don't really care about winning. That, too. Like, I really feel like, of the ones that are there, Roxy, Chanel, Angeria, and, probably Gottmik are the only ones that, like, actually care about the title. And, like, I'm being very generous with that. Like, they probably, maybe even half of them. It probably could just be Roxy and Chanel. I feel like the rest of them know, like, they're probably not going to win, and they're just there to do well. I just think it takes a lot of the, like, stakes out of the whole situation to me. All right, give me 1 minute. I need to go outside and drop off SD cards. So I'm going to set up words on stream for you guys. And I'll be back in like maybe 5-10 minutes. Okay. Chrome. There we go. Hi, Rube. Nope, no more. No more, I'm back. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Fun time's over. Back to me being boring. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Ruby. You had fun yesterday, huh? You had a friend over. It was cool. You had a play date. Had a Ruby play date. It's okay. I will have to get up again in probably like 45 minutes or something to pick up another hard drive. So you'll get to play more Words on Stream later. All right, I'm ready to be done with this fucking house because I kind of just do not care about designing a little cottagecore thing for this little thing. So let's just speed run a house for her. We'll do accent wall. Ooh, honestly, I like that for the whole thing, maybe. That's pretty. That's very pretty. Tell Poppy you love her now. I do love Poppy. I do. Oh, fuck. There we go. I do actually really like her. She's very cute. I have... Well, I'll wait till we get to my island, but I have a new villager. Let's do this D20 looking lamp. Which, the bar that we went to, Hannah, for trivia, had these lamps. And I was just like, Animal Crossing.
Well,
I'm 27, and I'm still living with my parents in Overland Park. I have an art history degree from a night school. My cat just died. I've lost 25% control of my sphincter muscles. I get a clicking sound in my jaw when I eat. I drive a 91 Dodge Neon. I have ovarian cysts. Sometimes I pee the bed still. I have alopecia. The only man who wants to fuck me is my 48-year-old manager at Pizza Street. P.S. He only has one ball. So I guess better than you. Fluke teeth. Once upon a time I was spaghetti yam. Now I am fluke teeth. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, fluke teeth. I have teeth earrings that I wore the other day. It just made me think of them. Thank you, thank you. This shirt I'm wearing is my birthday gift from Dallas's mom. She loves to get me and Dallas like the same fucking shirt in different colors. Because she's so used to like buying presents for him and his twin. So like we get the same shit all the time. Teeth. I love that non-binary name. Mel can make that joke. Mel can say that. I think I'm gonna change the side wall to be a different style. Let's see. Ooh, I like the library wall. But I like that more as like an accent. Maybe we do library wall. Hold on. Library wall. And then the rest of the wallpaper is that orange one. And then no shelves or anything on this wall. Ooh, that chick. Hello, Alex. Ooh, that chick. What were we talking about before I had to leave? Was it Drag Race? I think it was Drag Race. But yeah, end of the story is I'm sure the season will be fun, but it doesn't feel like it's very like the stakes are very high. Which thank God it's a cast that like it's all finalists. It's like it's not quite to the level of like all winners where I just kind of I'm fine with watching like them just fuck around and have fun. But I am at least happy that it's a bunch of people I know are gonna fucking excel. You know? Like, and already they've been doing really well. So it's not like, damn, nobody's going home and we're dealing with like a bunch of like kind of mid shit. Like, I don't have that concern. So at least any, any worries about people being boring. Like I think the amount of fun the cast is gonna have will offset the lack of stakes of an actual competition. Like I literally don't think it fucking matters when the queens get blocked, especially because like on all winners, at the end they just said surprise. This challenge is worth like what 3 stars. Like if they do that shit again, I'm gonna be so mad. Cause like what is the point then? What is the whole point of the entire season? Whatever. It's a TV show. It's not that deep. But like, I don't know. Don't you want it to be like an entertaining, well-made show? That's just how I feel sometimes a little bit. Where it's like, yeah, it's a TV show. It's not that serious. But also like, don't we want it to be good? Okay. Let's see what beds I have. I'm already over this build. Also, it's hot as fuck. Not outside. In our apartment. Have you seen that RuPaul Dragon Queen Monster High Dolls announced on May 31st? I did not see it got announced. I know Rich has been keeping me updated because I was just like, I really want this doll. Can you tell me when the time comes to buy it? And he was like, yes. So Rich has been keeping me posted on the RuPaul Monster High. So that way I can buy it when it comes out. My nose is so itchy today. I think it's just because I'm warm. When I get hot, I get itchy. And I sweat, and it's annoying. I'm gonna put this tree stump in the corner here. Alright, this house is kind of boring, but I'm over it. Like, I don't really care about this prop. I just had already started it before my stream started today, so I was like, well, I might as well get the miles, or whatever the hell, the pokey out of it. I honestly was thinking about taking today's stream off. I'm glad I didn't, though, because I enjoyed my conversations today. But I was like, I'm going to be live tomorrow and Sunday anyway, all day, so maybe I'll just take today off. But I put it on my schedule. I'd like to stick to it. But yeah, I think... So, I'm going to work on my island maybe a little bit. But I think the plan is I'm going to maybe play Stardew. I don't know. I feel very weird today, like, energy-wise. I was very tired all day. And I have some like ideas for my island, but I just don't feel the drive to decorate today. And I haven't played Stardew in a minute, so I definitely would like to play a little bit of that. But I kind of am just in like, I just want to play Fortnite. Like, I don't know. I didn't get to play much yesterday, so I kind of want to play now. That's the curse. It's literally a fucking curse, this game. All I ever do is want to play Fortnite all the time. I've never exchanged Pokey for bells before, because I've always, like, had a bunch of bells in my bank on, like, my Garbanzo save file. But I'm, like, running low on cash in Garbanzo, because I just paid off my house, so I have bigger storage now, so I'm like I literally have like no fucking money in my ABD. Hello, Nico. Alright, I'm gonna head home, please. I want to go back. Back to edamame. Thank you. I have not had the urge to play games at all recently. I've never felt this way before. I have different waves of that, where sometimes all I want to do is like, I'm like interested in playing a lot of different stuff, and then other times like there's a bunch of stuff that I have, but none of it is interesting to me at all. So I kind of just play something that I know like I can mostly just like talk during that, and that's like where I get my sort of satisfaction from streaming out of. But yeah, I have a couple games that I bought that I'll probably add to my schedule next week. I bought that crab game. I have Crow Country still. As well. I have Little Kitty Big City, which I'd like to play more of, but that game was kind of like lulling me to sleep. I loved it, but I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm like I might play this on my free time. Cause it's just like such a calm, like gentle game that I like felt myself like like it was just so relaxing. Like I don't really know if I want to stream that. But I definitely want to play it because I thought it was so cute, you know? But I like to stream stuff that's like creatively stimulating or like has a lot of like action. I don't know. Oh, today's Gail's birthday. We'll get her a present. But yeah, I have a new villager. Biscuit, the dog, moved in. And it was so annoying. He just like would not, like, he was in my campsite and he just would not ask to move in. And then finally he did. And it's usually really difficult to get them to take the place of the most recent villager that moved in or something. Like there's like a in-game, like, the probability of them asking for a villager that just moved in to move out is very low. But he asked for Phoebe, who like literally just moved to my island like 3 days prior. And I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm like neutral on her. I got her because I ran out of tickets, so I just took her. Or I mean, she was a void villager. So I just kind of was whatever. And I already had 3 sisterlies, so I was like, oh, okay, she can leave. So I have Biscuit now. He's really cute. Go pay him a visit. But yeah, I definitely need to do a stream where... Oh, he's not home. I definitely need to do a stream where I just kind of, like, flatten a lot of areas of my island. Because I think it'll allow me to, like, have the ability to, like, come up with, like, ideas for areas. Because I kind of, like... The way my island's laid out right now, I kind of can't think of anything I want to do. You know? Or like where to put, like I have some ideas, but I don't know where to put certain villagers or certain builds that I want to do because the space is not designed for that. Plus, so much of my island is laid out like on a grid, but now I have this path that I can do more like natural curve pathways. So I kind of want to like implement that more. But yeah. Redid Paula's house on stream the other day. This is how it turned out. It's so pretty. I wish I could show the inside. She's not home right now. I think I took a screenshot, actually. Old Amber, thank you for the 54 months. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Here's Paula's, like, crystal therapy place. Sex therapist. It turned out so good. I love it. Love, love, love it. I'd smoke a blunt in there. She would love if you did. This weather rocks. I kind of want to lay out and enjoy the weather. Okay. Oh, Shino looks so cute with those glasses on. I did not give those to her. I think she just has them. Hi, Hamlet. Hello. It's a great day for some cross-training. No, it ain't. How are you doing? Taking a fab break. Hello, Tiffany. I love her. Hello, Kix. Do you have anything I want today? Not really. Ooh, this backpack is cute. I don't think I have this. I'll buy it. I have more space for more things now, which is nice. I'm so pissed. Nintendo took down my favorite ROM site. Like, right when I needed to go through and download a bunch of stuff. I'm so annoyed about that. I think we talked about that. Well, they didn't take it down. It is still available for non-Nintendo games. But I think that, especially because, like, now, like, emulators are allowed on iOS, like, Nintendo's going to crack down on ROM sites more than they ever have before. Which is really annoying. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize that, like, I see a lot of TikToks that are like, here's games that you should download for this app on iPhone that just came out. And I don't think the people, like, making those videos realize that they're, like, making videos about piracy, which is fine. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, but I just think it's very funny that they're, like, presenting it in this, like, very, like, cutesy, kawaii way. But it's, like, they're literally, like, having, like, a huge list of games to pirate. It's so silly. But yeah, I think, like, emulation is, now that it's, like, on iOS, like, the normies have found emulators. It's over. It's so over. Because I feel like for a long time, like, not, like, it was not that common for people to, like, use emulators. Like, I feel like people just buy the actual games. And, like, if you did use emulators, you were, like, very online in, like, gaming circles and stuff like that. And at least in my experience. But now it's, like, fucking normies think, like, and I'm not saying this is bad, but it's just, it's very, like, the average consumer now knows, like, what an emulator is, because they're like, oh, I have Pokemon Fire Red on my iPhone. Isn't that amazing? And that's probably pissing Nintendo off, like, a lot. So, yeah, unfortunately, I see a lot more doom and gloom in emulators' futures and ROM sites and stuff like that. But yeah, Nintendo definitely won't release their old games, that's for fucking sure, even though the market is clamoring for it. But I just think it's so silly. Like, I get taking down, like, I have to look if it's, like, anything Nintendo DS or just, like, Pokemon. Because if they're, like, really going after, like, Garfield's Nightmare for the DS, like, be so fucking for real. Like, are you serious? Like, you're really upset that people are pirating, like, that kind of game? A chainsaw. I'll buy it. Bye, guys. Alright, we gotta buy a present for Gail. And I kind of want to redo her house at some point because it's all, like, just the cutesy furniture, and I want to do more with that. But I also am like, if she asks to leave, I probably would just let her. Because, like, I don't know. I like her, though. She reminds me of the Love Frog Webkins, which I should see if that is on its way. I bought one on my birthday. It is shipped. Estimated delivery. I don't know. But I'm excited. Monday the 20th. I'm so excited to finally have this fucking Webkins. I was so shocked that it was like $10, $13, I think, afterwards. Like, I really thought it was, like, gonna be, like, $400. But the fact that it was that cheap, I was like, with an unused code, that's crazy. So I bought it. And maybe I'll redeem it on stream and we'll do another webkin stream where I play some of the arcade games, because that was fun when I did play it a few months ago. Okay. Let's go deposit some money in my storage. Hi, Biscuit. It's a real nice island. I'm so glad I met you and that you invited me to live here, and then I did. From now on, we'll play lots and hang out lots and eat snacks lots. All kind of stuff. Happy birthday. Thank you, Danny. Thank you so much. Damn. Another fossil. And I just sold all mine. Whatever. Whatever. They could make bank releasing their own ROM consoles. Yeah, that's true too. Like they did, kind of. Like they did the NES and the SNES classics, right? Like I think if they did like, hey, this is a system that plays all of our N64 games, like people would live. People would buy it. A GameCube or Dreamcast Mini would sell like crazy. I think it would be so cool. I ordered some GameCube earrings, actually, that I need to check and see if they've been delivered. Shipped. Okay. Estimated arrival is Monday? I think so. But yeah, they're like little 3D printed GameCubes. They're so cute. So I bought, which ones did I buy? I bought one blue and one orange. They were like $5 each. I was like, these are adorable. Wow. Oh my God. 1,600? I thought it was going to be like 1,000. They literally just doubled my storage. Oh my God, that's amazing. Ugh, I'm so thrilled about that. Holy shit. Alright, do I have anything cute to give to Gail for her birthday? Any cute items? Probably something pink. Ooh, she might like this rabbit. This lovely music player. What to do? Any clothes? No, I'm not gonna give her clothes. I just give her boxes. I can give her this rabbit as a present. I'm having chicken strips wraps for dinner. That sounds delicious. I kind of want to start getting wraps when I go to like Wendy's or something like that. I usually just get like a burger, but sometimes I've been really craving like a wrap. Dallas's mom would get these really good wraps from Publix when she would have like we'd have like a get together, and they were so good. It was like cold cuts and like lettuce and tomato, and they would have like Italian dressing. It's so good. Elizard or E-Lizard. E-Lizard. Thank you very much for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a good day. I'm gonna give Gail this present, and then I'm tossing up whether I want to play Fortnite or Stardew. I brought this for you. Here's a dreamy rabbit toy. No, you're not. You know the answer. No, I really am. I really am, because it's the first day of fall in Stardew. So I can set up my cranberry farm in my greenhouse. And I'm at level 9 in all of my skills. So I'm almost at the point where I can unlock this, like, cave that I've been thinking about. And I have a quest now from the wizard that I can do. So I have a couple things. Plus, I think the Stardew Fair is coming up, so I need to, like... I need to grow some good crops. Hi, Ruby. Hi, baby. What's up, little Snoot? Hi. I love when she kind of doesn't know what to do with herself. Hello. She's smacking. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. My girl. My girl. Do a day of Stardew so they can't say you don't follow through. You're so right. I'm gonna do it to keep the haters quiet. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Goodbye, Animal Crossing. I need to go through my Animal Crossing, like, Instagram catalog and, like, bookmark. Well, they're already bookmarked, but, like, I need to, like, screenshot and, like, make a mood board that I can, like, literally look at when I'm, like, all at once, like, on Canva, when I need inspiration. Because I bookmark all these cute designs that I'm like, oh, I want this. And then I don't design it. You've been a nasty girl, nasty, you've been a nasty girl. I want to learn that dance. Is somebody gonna match my freak?